Welcome to SK News, Episode 3, Take 6. Nah, I'm sorry, y'all. I had to redo this stuff over. Like, I don't even know what is going on, but, I don't know. Anyway, let's get into the show. Alright, so I am bringing news today. And I'm bringing technology news today. And this gonna be a fun topic. Yes, it is. Because somewhere in this world, they wanted our minds to be in these little devices. And they want to make our minds these devices. So they want to put these devices in our brain. With that being said, let's get into it. Today's topic is the topic on AT&T. Yes. Sorry for my late news, but my late news is not really late news because I'm going to tell you this. Let me say this. I always dissect my stuff before I get into the whole thing of doing. So with that being said, let's get right there. This is the fact of what can happen. What could occur. Alright, I'm going to go into a little brief story and then I'm going to get back to what's going on with that. And that's going to explain in this brief story what's going on with that. Alright, I had T-Mobile a few years ago. And T-Mobile had that same issue. Now let me tell y'all, when it comes to the internet is what it's going to be. When it comes to these little devices, everybody got to be on the same server. It's just that, it's a server, you know. And as far as that server go, you gotta know it's a lot of people using it. But on a normal day basis, ain't everybody on it at the same time, or ain't everybody overusing it at the same time. Because most people, they work and they whatever. This particular company is nationwide, just like others. This one is also. And when I seen that with T-Mobile, I was like, here we go. Couldn't make no calls, couldn't get no calls, couldn't do nothing. The only how you be able to use it if you probably had Wi-Fi. That's just that. So you had to use your home Wi-Fi to use your phone, basically. So when we really look into this, it's just like, all right, it felt the phones is down, nothing working, nothing here, nothing working at all. Well, that goes to tell you right there the little situation with AT&T. Different carrier, different time, and yes, whatever happened that day, it was shut down for a reason, and the server could be one of the main reasons that it's shut down, because if it's overwhelmed on that server and everybody using it at the same time, it's just like having a Netflix account. If remember when Netflix was $7.99 and you wasn't able to get that many people on it. Remember when Netflix first started off like that, and everybody would be on Netflix at the same time, and then your stuff start to buffer. Well, that's just like the server. If everybody on it at the same time. And another example, when I had Sprint, and I had it definitely during the time when that little mini earthquake came. When that little mini earthquake came, everybody was trying to dial out on their phones. Couldn't dial out, couldn't do nothing because everybody was online at the same time. So that's what I'm saying. High traffic, low chances. You know what I'm saying? Once again, high traffic, low chances, because you can't operate your devices when everybody's trying to use it at once. So that could have been another thing that happened with that, you know. And they really can't crack down too much of really what happened with it, because, you know, it's other things that I want to mention later into this video. So when we all look at it like this, if you think these devices are here for you to live off of, then you mistakenly wrong. You know, yes, these devices can become a job. You actually can make money by having these devices. This can become your next job if you do it right. You know what I'm saying? These can become what you can do independently or remotely, you know, from a job. You know, this is what these devices can handle and can carry. Now, if you was one of the ones living in the 1900s, such as myself, then you will understand that before these devices came, we didn't have these devices. We didn't know anything about these devices. We knew how to come up with stuff, and we knew how to grasp with stuff, even though things was a lot harder then than they are now today. But at the same time, we learned how to function. We had no other choice because we didn't have these devices. You know, we had no other choice. And I get it. You know, a lot of people was like, well, my service is down. But there are some people that service was still up because it was in certain areas. And that's what I said with T-Mobile that time. My service might have been down, but somebody in another area might have had their service up. It depends on the area. You know, this stuff bounce. It bounce around. So, you know, but that doesn't mean that, you know, it did not occur. Just because yours may have still been working doesn't mean that everybody that said it was down, you know, theirs wasn't down. Just like everybody that was down might look at you like how yours was working when mine was down, you know. Now, this one I'm gonna get into. What I'm gonna get into in a second. Also, it's much important to have a VPN. Get yourself a VPN, and I'm gonna tell you why to get a VPN, because that is the main reason why I'm getting ready to get into the next subject on the next part of this podcast. Get yourself a VPN, y'all. Please. You know, that's what we need on our devices. And some carriers carry the option to put the VPN on your phone. AT&T is one of them. I had AT&T and I seen where they got the function, and I used to use that VPN faithfully because it was free to me. I didn't have to pay for no outside VPN. T-Mobile was another one that had that feature on there. I can't remember if Sprint had it because I haven't had Sprint in so long, but I do know Verizon had it, and I was just with Verizon. So yeah, they definitely got it all as well. So get yourself a VPN. I'm telling you. If you got a Google phone, Google got it too. Google got the VPN right there. If you paying for that data per month for Google, you got the option to go on Google to use their VPN just as well. I will, if I put this on YouTube, 9 out of 10 it is going on YouTube. But I will put links in description for VPNs and stuff like that for you to get, you know, find much better prices on VPN if your device don't offer you that feature, you know. But when I come back to be continued to the next one because I will be getting into the real topic of the real talk. No, this was it right here, but now I'm gonna give y'all the real way what I think of it. I'm about to give y'all my opinion on all of it, and enjoy the little seconds and the clips in between because yeah, I got some clips today too that's gonna go right into this video. Big up to everybody. See y'all when I come back.
A network outage is impacting cellular customers across the country, and the problem appears to be impacting the nation's largest cell phone provider, AT&T. Our Nancy Chen is here in Studio 57 to explain the latest. My phone has become a paperweight, yeah, it's useless to me. Of course, I'm on Wi-Fi now.
Yes, that's the way to do it. I see the SOS that's on that phone right
this
there.
This is an SOS, too. I surrender. Help me, Nancy.
Well, it's not just you. In fact, more than 70,000 people right now are being impacted, all AT&T users, from what we understand, according to downdetector.com, reporting as of 9 o'clock this morning. So AT&T says that some of our customers are experiencing wireless service interruptions this morning. We are working urgently to restore service to them, and we encourage the use of Wi-Fi calling until service is restored, much like what you're doing. But now, despite earlier reports, Verizon and T-Mobile, they say they are not impacted, but customers calling other networks were experiencing problems.
Okay.
So as you might expect, some municipalities are experiencing difficulties right now with 911 service. So there could be some real issues because of this. Yeah. The San Francisco Fire Department posting in social media for those needing to use 911 to try and use a landline.
What's that?
I was going to say, so many people don't even have them these days.
Yes.
I don't think we have one in our home. I mean, I'm pretty sure we don't.
No, we got a bunch of plugs, but they're just like decorations.
I mean, and this is something that at this point, it's unclear what caused this.
How long it's going to be like
Yeah,
this?
I think a lot of people are going to be waiting. It's been, this has been starting, it started around 3:40 Eastern time. So it's been quite a few hours at this point.
Well, it may be just the excuse to tell somebody who you've been trying to avoid that, I don't know, did you call me? I couldn't get your call.
I don't know if that's going to last past today.
Welcome back to SK1 News. Hope y'all enjoyed a little split mini seconds this now. Big up to everybody that's down with this show. Man, you know how we do it. You know how we get down with this. All right. Anyway, let's jump into it. Let's get into it because I got to make this show a little short today. I got one more segment after this, so I got to go. All right. No, this... it's going to be a short show today, though, y'all. But anyway, now... I'm going to tell y'all why I said we need a VPN on all of our devices. Just imagine if you go on vacation from your house. Your address is your address. Your home is your home. Even though you lock it up, it's locked. But crooks are crooks. They know how to break into stuff without you even being in your home if they know you're not there. And they could come in and steal all of your personal stuff. Because they got sight on the fact that they know that you're not there in your home. So what do? The first thing you do, you get a security setup. You got your security cameras, you got it all. This is what you do to these devices. Your devices is also your address. Your IP address is your address to your device. Your device is your home. You need to have your device protected just like you would have your house. You got a lock on your phone, don't you? So yeah, you got to unlock your phone with your lock. But if a person can break through your lock on the outside without you even knowing they doing it, then you just invited them into your world. So having a VPN will protect all of that, your personal banking information and everything like that. You could throw somebody off fast. They will be clueless on where to find you at on that. Not only that, get proper security. And like I said, I'm going to leave links. Get proper security. I mean, McAfee, Norton, whatever you need to protect your devices. It's just like protecting your iPad, your phone, your TV, your whatever. Anything that take a IP address, you need to have it protected. Linux not that bad on security because Linux is set up a different way. That is an operation system that really don't contain what Windows do or Android do, And I'm not really, well, I know Apple, you may have to because it's been plenty of times you had to update the software on there. You had that, well, not the software, the operation system. You had to update it. If you didn't, then it will be easy for crooks to get into your stuff. So yeah, if you got an Apple device, please make sure you do them updates faithfully. Don't miss out on them updates. If you got to update that update, normally automated is best to keep on your phones and stuff like that because it help you, if you don't remember to do it. But when it comes to a hard update and you gotta manually on yourself and do that hard update, at least check and make sure you doing that update correctly. Because I'm trying to tell you, security is everything. So this is a way to protect your devices. I mean, like, for real. And I'm gonna tell y'all what happened with AT&T the other day is the main reason why we got to go back to how we was before we had these devices. Because in the near future to come, these devices is going down. The server is going to shut down, and we are not going to have no way of using Wi-Fi, data, whatever you need to get on this line game. You won't be able to use it. You won't even be able to dial out. You won't even be able to press a number. This is just why they should bring landlines back. And I heard they was bringing landlines back. But this is just why they should bring landlines back. And they should bring payphones back. Because now I'm going to tell y'all another reason why I think they should bring payphones back. Even though we had some trifling people out there. But I'm going to tell y'all why they should bring payphones back. Because of the simple fact that if you somewhere in an area and your device don't have strong connections, a strong service, then your data might not be working right and you might not dial out. So it could be an emergency. Your phone could be getting ready to die. It could be on life support. And you need that emergency. This is just where that home phone come in at. I'm at pay phone come in at. You can be able to take however much they would charge a day. They probably charge 75 cents to use $1 to use the daggone pay phone. But anyway, that's how far today's in the world. So that's probably why people just prefer cell phones. But I'm just telling y'all, we need that pay phone back ASAP. Because we can't depend on these devices. But they our lifeline. They make our life much easier. And that's what the government want. They want our life to be so much easier. They want us to depend on this stuff. They want us to have this stuff. They made us forget that we didn't have this stuff. So that's another thing. That's another thing I'm saying about this whole thing. Like, somebody probably just hacked an AT&T system and probably stole everybody's information when it shut down. Or another thing, you never know the security of the company. You never know how much data they just counted all up and they sold to everybody. And please, when it comes to these devices and you signing up on these apps, please go do the app setting and make sure you turn off that feature where it say sell my information. So they do got some of my data information on them devices. I'm trying to tell you, as soon as you open it up, it'll tell you right there. They will take your data and they would sell they would sell your name, they would sell your banking information, they would sell anything. And guess who getting paid? Not you. You paying them to sell your stuff. So make sure y'all do that as well. Check y'all stuff. Because a lot of people was complaining about this AT&T stuff, but I'm just telling y'all, you can't get too caught up in this stuff. This not our stuff, y'all. This not ours. We can't get caught up into what they want to do, because they can do what they want to do anytime that they turn on the button. They can turn it on. We just using it. We didn't create this stuff. We didn't make this stuff. We didn't make an AT&T. AT&T got every right to use AT&T how they want to use it. They can kick you out when they want to. Do you pay them that money? Yeah, you get them all your money. But they can just be like, hey, I'm ready to shut it down. Always remember that we don't have no rights to none of this stuff to have. The only thing we had rights to is that, yeah, we own the property of the phone. But we don't own the service. We got to make our own service. We don't own that service. We pay for that service. You know what we doing? We renting the service. If we paying this bill every month, it's rent. We renting the fact that we could use this service. Just like if we got a phone on finance, we renting this phone until we pay it off. The service is the same like paying your home rent when you renting a house. You renting to have that house. In some cases, it's just like the cell phone. You gonna keep renting it until you don't want it no longer. See y'all when I come back.
Ten funny situations that show how much the internet has changed our lives. Gadgets and technology play a part in our lives, but it literally is just a part. Don't ever succumb to panic. Real life is definitely still out there despite the huge effect that the internet has to modern life. Nevertheless, it's funny to think about the hundreds of little ways it has changed our behavior. Here are 10 of the ones we've noticed. How many do you recognize? That's it, you're going home right now. Anyone who was born before the internet era remembers this phrase. A few dozen years ago, kids ran home only if their favorite TV show was about to start. These days, it's almost impossible to make them play outside the house. Well, sometimes they do go outside, but only if you allow them to take their gadgets with them. Before the internet era, we used to take a real camera with us on our trips. That's us on the mountain, that's us feeding a giraffe, that's us near a waterfall, your friends would say. Wow, nice shots, it seems you've had a great time. These days, well, this is the most popular kind of photo on Instagram. How are your friends supposed to comment to this? Hi, Bob's Legs, you look great as usual. You can literally put someone else's feet on your Instagram. No one will notice the difference. Staying on the topic of photos, here is an ordinary situation from the good old times. Did you pack the camera, honey? Sure, hope there's enough film. Moving on to these days, did you pack the selfie stick? Sure, and I'm using it right now, smile. Years ago, you had to call a newspaper to place your ad to sell a car. Sometimes you even had to visit their office. Then potential buyers would keep calling you to get the details, day after day. Welcome to today. You just click, click, click on Facebook and done. Here you go. Hey guys, I'm selling my car. Please share, repost. As easy as pie. Is there anyone who has never been in the next situation? You go to the bathroom, lock the door, ready to spend some time alone, and damn it, bring me some toilet paper. You screamed so desperately even the neighbors could hear you. What a shame, but there was no other way that time. Nowadays, the problem is solved. A few clicks on your phone and a toilet paper is delivered to you by one of your family members. Just don't forget to take your phone to the bathroom. Who knows what else you might need there? Now, what did we usually do when cooking went a bit wrong? Mom! Mom! Can you help me? These days, it's more like, okay, Google, how do I make soup? And here you go, thousands of recipes. Thousands and thousands. However, I still do prefer calling my mom. Mom always knows better than Google. Let's move on. Do guys these days still flirt on the street? Years ago, they said something like, hey, does your mom need a new son-in-law? Girls used to roll their eyes, but I swear each of them secretly dreamed of being in a situation like this, just in order to roll their eyes and proudly pass by. These days, you hardly meet people in person anymore. Instead, you get personal messages, something like, hey sweetie, what's the difference between you and a shining star? You can still roll your eye, but no one would see it. Okay, let's say that lucky guy got the girl. They have a nice date, and suddenly the next situation pops up. How dare you? You are staring at her. Look away now. These days, the worst accusation is, you liked her photo, and you know what you have to do next. You'll spend a night deleting all your likes you left for other girls. Just kidding. Now, do you remember that pain of waiting for the next episode of your favorite TV show? We had to wait for a week. Nowadays, you can download 3 seasons of your favorite show all together and binge on them during the weekend. Whee! There's only one problem. The next season is not for another year. Now, what do you picture if I say the word pirate? Yeah, some brave man wearing a hat with a sword and a parrot. Back in the day, pirates were chasing treasure all around the world. These days, pirates look more like this. Their treasure is free media all over the internet, and they don't even have to leave their houses to get it. Looking for an answer to some question? We used to dream if only we had access to all the world's knowledge. But only books in a library were our salvation back in the day. Nowadays, it's 3 a.m., you're supposed to be up at 6 a.m., but you suddenly need to know what celery dreams about. Yes, it's really important right now.
Welcome back, everybody, to SK1 News. I am closing out a little early today. I just wanted to share that one with y'all about these devices and hope that any information that y'all want me to speak on, if y'all want me to throw this up again, you know what I'm saying? Y'all want to know anything, just let me know. I will have a whole show on it. You know what I'm saying? From segment to segment. I got y'all. Definitely keep y'all personal information protected as much as y'all can, or take the old option and just don't keep it on your cell phones. Put it on there real quick, take it off. I know that may be work, but hey, if you want to protect yourself, protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? Let's not make these devices a part of us, because that is what's happening. We cannot live without these devices. If we leave these devices in the houses, it feel like we then lost our day. It feel like we lost our best friend. We cannot have that. We cannot have these devices being a part of our lives like that, because it's not the end of the world. It may feel like it's the end of the world because, hey, you got to unlock your card. They made it where as though you can lock your card now on your phone. So now if you lock your card, then you can't spend your money if you left your phone in the house. And now your phone, you can actually Google Pay, Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, however pay you pay. You can go and use this device and tap it on the machine. So you cannot let this thing be a part of you. Sometimes it's best to have a little cash on you. Keep a little cash, throw a little cash in the house or something like that. Keep it all up, because I'm telling you, if the bank crashed, then you don't have cash. Let me tell you that much. It's a lot. It's a lot. I can't go no further into this as much as I want to go into this. Y'all look, I would have loved to do a whole show on this, and I may come back with a part 2. If y'all want me to come back with a part 2 to this, just say, hey, throw that part 2 in. And I won't have no other choice. I'll throw that part 2 in. I'll bring it. I'll be like, all right, they say they want a part 2. Let me bring them a part 2. Big up to everybody that's on listening. Hey, look, what can I do? So if y'all come across that again with an AT&T, T-Mobile, Sprint, well, not Sprint. Sprint is T-Mobile. AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile. I'd probably say T-Mobile more than once. Or Affinity, because Affinity also, Affinity needs to step their security game up, though. That's the only one of the devices that I really, they do got good security dang on here, but it's not like the other ones was. So on that note, hope y'all enjoy this episode today. Hope y'all learned a lot from the clips that I put on here. Hope y'all take heed to what's going on, and hope that everybody that was born in the 1900s and maybe the early 2000s will understand that, hey, what was we doing before we had all this stuff? Not to say that we gotta relive it again. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, what would we do if this stuff would fall? It's not the end of the world to us. The ginseng's and all of them, they wouldn't know how to take it. No disrespect to them. They should have been taught, how to survive without having this stuff. Somebody should have had a DVD player or VHS around them or something like that and let them know, like, look, this was life before streaming, you know. Hey, we still got a DVD player with DVDs. We ain't got no VHS no more, but I would have kept that too. We still got things to play CDs in here too. So look, if something happened, yeah, I got a way to listen to music, and I don't need the internet to listen to it. I got a way of watching a movie, and I don't need the internet to watch it. That's what I'm saying. Other than when the power go out, and then that's another story, But then you gotta have something backed up for that too. What's the best thing to do is do what you've been doing before all of this stuff could occur. I mean, life is just what it is. It's nothing but something that they put in our face and made us think we supposed to have, and they made us think that we supposed to live off it. No, you ain't supposed to live off this stuff. But hey, if you got it, you got it. Enjoy while it's here, because it's not meant to last for us to have. Definitely us. So on that note, I'm on my way to the SK1 show. So on the SK1 show, I will be talking about Beyonce, you know what I'm saying? And her with the country music and all this stuff going on and all that kind of mess and that chaos stuff that's going on over in my music world. Big up to all the music lovers. Y'all know how we do it. You know what I'm saying? And yes, see y'all when I come back on the SK1 show. And I will have more news to come soon. So on that note, y'all enjoy. Peace out. Live life. Love life. Enjoy the weekend. Then I'll see y'all when I come back.